Hi everyone, I thought we could do a bit of maths all linked with Harry Potter to lead on from our English learning last week and this week. So our learning question today is, can I solve multi-step problems involving addition and subtraction? And by the end of the lesson, hopefully you'll be able to add and subtract 6-digit numbers within multi-step problems. You'll be able to add and subtract 7-digit numbers within multi-step problems and identify the best method to use. And also, you might move on to identifying missing numbers using the most efficient method or strategy that you choose. So, I've put on a bit of mental order here, just like we would normally in class. Different levels really of difficulty, and the main focus I want for this is for you to identify the quickest strategies to add these numbers. So for example, if I were to look at here 37 and 3, the most efficient strategy for me would be, right, I'll look at my ones, 7 and 3, that makes 10, that makes 110. Then I've got 3 10s here, 3 10s add 1 10 is 4 10s, so my answer is 40. Now that was done mentally. I didn't have to jot anything down, didn't have to draw a number line, didn't have to use a written method because I used a mental strategy. So what I want you to do is to pause the video and have a go wherever you want to start, have a go at solving some of these problems mentally, and if you want to, then you can move on to explaining how you best solve each problem. So I found that if I looked at the ones or if I use my number bonds, I'm talking about the most efficient way for you to add those numbers. Okay, so a quick recap. How do we solve addition and subtraction problems? Now, when you're in year 5 and 6, the most used strategies are going to be your written strategies because you are working with larger numbers when adding and subtracting, and it's a lot more difficult to make mistakes when using those written strategies rather than if you were counting on mentally with large numbers. Sometimes you can make a few mistakes. And the methods that we know are the written column addition and obviously the written column subtraction and being able to exchange when we are subtracting. So I want you to have a little bit of an explanation like we would normally in class. I want you to have a read of these two problems. There's an orange one and a purple one. How would you solve them? So if you were to read this question, what would be the first thing that you did? So Hogwarts has 13,409 windows on the west wing and 3,762 windows on the east wing. How many are there in the west and east wing all together? Now, if we were exploring that problem in school together, the first thing that I would be getting you to do is to highlight the really important information. So that many windows on the west wing, that many windows in the east wing, and it's saying all together, which means I need to add. So if you want, using what you already know, you could have a bit of explanation time now and have a go at using the method that you would pick to add those two amounts of windows together to see how many windows there are all together. Right, let's move on to a bit of modelling now. So let's have a read of our question. Hagrid is collecting metal from the school grounds. He needs to collect 3 kilograms of metal to earn £30. So far, he has found 1.6 kilograms of aluminium and 350 grams of tin. How much more does he need to find to earn £30? Now, there seems like a lot of information in there. So this is where the multi-step comes into play. So he needs to collect 3 kilograms of metal to earn £30. Now, so far, he has found 1.6 kilograms and 350 grams. So straight away there, we can see that the units of measure are different. How much more does he need to find to earn £30? Now, the first thing we need to be able to do is to identify how much he has found altogether so far. Like we said, our units of measure are different, which is where the multi-steps come in, because we are going to need to convert these into the same units of measure. Now, we know that in 1 kilogram there are 1,000 grams. So here he has 1.6 kilograms. So I've got 1,000, and this 6 tells us that that is 600 grams. So he has found 1,600 grams, and I can add my unit of measure to make it really clear. To check that, I could also multiply 1.6 by 1,000, and that would give me 1,600 grams. And he also has 350 grams. Now that both our amounts are in the same unit of measure, it makes it a lot easier for us to find the total of how much metal he has already found. So I'm going to draw my line below, and I'm going to make clear what operation I am doing. So when we are adding using our written method, we always start from the ones. So 0 add 0 becomes 0. 0 tens add 5 tens is 5 tens. 600s add 300s, 900s, and then 1,000. So altogether so far, he has found 1,950 grams. However, he needs to collect 3 kilograms to earn the £30, and we need to know how much more he needs to find. So 3 kilograms, if 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, then 3 kilograms must be 3,000 grams. And I'm going to subtract what he has found so far. So I'm going to subtract 1,950. Working in grams again, so I can add on my unit of measure to just make it really, really explicit for me as to what unit of measure I will use in my answer. Now, looking at this question, I don't think I need to use a written strategy. I think I could count on using my knowledge of tens and hundreds. So if I've got 1,950 here, if I count on in my tens first, I would have 1,960, 1,970, 1,980, 1,990, 2,000. So I need, at the moment, to reach 2,000 grams, I need 50 grams more. Now I'm going to just make a little jotting of that there, because sometimes it can be that when we've written down a strategy, we can look at it and think, actually, I don't need to do that. I can use my mental strategies. So 50 grams would allow us to reach 2,000 grams, but from 2,000 grams to 3,000 grams, we need to add 1,000 grams. Now notice I'm just doing my jottings just to help me remember. So this is how much more, and we need to find the total of this. So 1,000 grams add 50 grams would be 1,050 grams. So for my answer, how much more does he need to find to earn £30? He needs to earn 1,050 grams more is what he needs to find to earn £30. What I would want you to do now is to have a go at these 3 questions. You could jot them down, pause the video, highlight the really important information to help you, and then jot down any strategies that you want. And like we talked about just, it might be that your strategies change, but in our learning question, our success criteria, we did say identifying the best method to use. So that is absolutely fine if you decide to change your strategies. Have fun.